82 The teachings of the Lord of the Second Coming. Section 2 The period of the Judges. And the period of regional church leadership. Upon inheriting the mission of Moses, Joshua led the Israelites into the land of Canaan. For the next 400 years, 15 judges governed the Israelite tribes, 13 judges from Othniel to Samson. Recorded in the book of Judges, as well as Eli and Samuel. The judges filled the various responsibilities of prophet, priest and king, which became separate offices in the later periods. Israel in this period was a feudalistic society with no central political authority. In the New Testament age, the period of regional church leadership was set up to restore the period of the judges through parallel indemnity conditions. In this period, regional church leaders, patriarchs, bishops and abbots led Christian society. Like the judges of the Old Testament age, they had duties similar to those of prophet, priest and king. As in the time of the judges, Christian society in this period was a feudalistic society under these local authorities. In the age before Jesus, when God was working with the first Israel to establish a national foundation for the Messiah, both spiritually and physically, politics, economy and religion tended to have a national focus. On the other hand, in the age after Jesus, Christians were building a spiritual kingdom under the leadership of Jesus, who stood upon the spiritual foundation for the Messiah. Their loyalty transcended national barriers, for they were serving the resurrected Jesus as the King of Kings. Therefore, the spiritual kingdom of Jesus was not confined to any one nation, but expanded to the far-flung corners of the globe. The period of the judges began after the Israelites were liberated from slavery in Egypt, and the younger generation united solidly under the leadership of Joshua and Caleb to enter the land of Canaan. They parceled out the territory among their clans and tribes, settling in villages united around the judges. The people consolidated into a chosen nation and established a simple feudalistic society. Likewise, the period of regional church leadership in the Christian era began after the liberation of Christianity from the persecution of the Roman Empire, the Satanic world. Christians spread the gospel to the Germanic peoples, many of whom had migrated to Western Europe in the 4th century to escape the invading Huns. In their new land of Western Europe, God raised up the Germanic tribes as a new chosen people and established an early form of feudal society, which later matured into the feudalism of the Middle Ages. As we discussed earlier, when the Israelites set out for Canaan, they first built the tabernacle as the symbol of the Messiah, and the object for the condition to decide who would stand in the position of Abel for the foundation of substance. 5 In the period of the judges, the Israelites should have exalted the tabernacle and remained obedient to the direction of the judges. However, instead of destroying the 7 Canaanite tribes, the Israelites lived among them and were influenced by their customs.